Starting over or attempting to relaunch your real estate business with very little database and really no one to help? Well, these are my 5 top tips of the things I actually did when I moved back home to Tulsa, Oklahoma after being gone for over 14 years from my hometown. Well, hey, it's Jennie Wallach, and like I said, I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I'm with the Wallach Group, Keller Williams Realty. And gosh, now 25 years in real estate, I have learned a lot, and I love sharing any tips, tricks, and tools with my agent community. So thanks for hanging out. Well, I came across an old video, like really, really old, where I had these 5 tips about things to do now if you needed to get into action and get a lead, find a lead. And what it made me realize is that I picked these up from actually doing them myself. So, see, I moved back home after being gone for a really long time, and I had virtually no database. Any high school friends or people I had known, lots had moved off or I definitely had not kept in touch with over all those years. And so it was like starting over from scratch. I'd been in real estate for a few years. I knew how to do the business of real estate, but I had no database. And without leads, you got no business. And so I at least knew that I needed to get into action and meet people. Now, naturally, I'm a bit more of an introvert, believe it or not. So going out and just networking all day long isn't necessarily my favorite thing to do, but I knew that it was important for me to do that. So the first thing I did was I had been a member of a women's volunteer organization in Norman and where I had been living, and I was like I knew that it was important for me to engage with the local junior league here in Tulsa. And so, because to me, that networking group and volunteer organization was a perfect blend. It was likely women that were my age, most professional, some moms, but all of us still had a common goal and a common purpose to help our community, to give back, and to connect with other women. So that's where I started. And so if you are finding you don't have enough people to talk to, you might need to go find new people. And I love the idea of doing it through volunteerism. Most of us love to give back. You're going to be in alignment with the other people there. So that's a great place to start. Now, back then, this was in 2003, 2004, social media really wasn't a thing, or it wasn't a thing at all, I don't think. Because if I was doing it over again, obviously I would grow my database online through social media. So, of course, you know how to do that. You know how to be a real person. You know how to engage with others, and you know the value of showing up and adding value. So that would be the next step, is making sure that your online presence is positive, upbeat, caring, and kind, and you are actually connecting with people. Now, the third thing is actually in the business of real estate, and that means get out and learn the local inventory by doing property tours. Now you can, with permission from the listing agent and the seller, you could put those properties online. So now you're double dipping in promoting local businesses and local properties that are for sale on your social media. So you're getting a couple win-wins inside of that. And then also open houses. I know it sometimes is super boring, no one shows up, or those that do aren't real potential leads or clients. Yeah, I get it. I've sat in so many open houses and read a book or planned my week. But guess what? Those that do show up are have some interest in real estate. Even if it's just to be a looky-loo or check things out, they may have some interest in real estate. Now, the other thing would be your sphere of influence. See, I didn't have a lot of friends that were still here, but I had some friends that were here, and those friends had friends. So that's where you could start networking and connecting with those people who already know you, trust you, and like you. I did have family here, so I was able to tap into their friends and network to be able to meet more people. Now, the last thing is something that I think is sometimes forgotten, but is so very important, and that is follow up. You've done all these activities and you're meeting all these new people, and that's awesome, but you have to have a consistent plan in place to stay in communication and to grow and deepen those relationships. You are not a, stereotypical salesperson that comes across all pushy, like we sometimes fear that we might be. No, because you're a professional and you care about people and you add value. And that's how you will grow your business and generate leads. So let me know if this is helpful and how you are generating new opportunities in business in your life and work life today.